My wife keeps introducing me to people who aren't there. I thought she was playing a practical joke the first time she did it. I was in the kitchen when she walked in the front door mid-conversation. She gave a brief pause and introduced me to no one, apparently called Jeff. I gave her a quizzical glance, but she carried on the conversation, going as far to pause as if waiting for the other person to reply. "Really, Ian? You can't even say hello?" "There's no one there," I cried. We didn't talk for a few days, and then on the weekend, she asked if I wanted to go have some drinks with some friends. I was still cranky, but agreed. She was my wife. We arrived to an empty apartment. She told me not to bother knocking. My wife smiled as she let herself into the apartment. Said she'd never hear us knocking over all the chatter. My heart began to race as I watched my wife lean down, hugging people who were not there. She gave names of who was sitting in each empty chair. I stared around the empty room, dazed. I gingerly took a seat in what I was hoping was an empty chair. You know what I mean. And tried to play along with my wife. It happened again the next week, an art gallery opening, her friend's exhibition. I started to lose my mind when I was standing in an empty art gallery looking at empty picture frames. When I heard my wife ooh and ah over an empty frame, I couldn't contain myself any longer. "What's got into you?" she hissed. I played along at the start, but this is a joke. There's no one in the room. Her face changed to worry. "I haven't been playing any practical joke on you. I swear. I think you need to go see the doctor." My wife wouldn't let up about me seeing a doctor, so I gave in and found myself sitting in an empty doctor's office, my wife nodding along to an empty office chair. A week or so later, I arrived home to my wife preparing dinner in our kitchen. She gave me a sheepish smile, a kiss on my cheek, and told me she was sorry for messing with me. She was my wife, and I loved her. Chris was one of my college buddies. We had recently reconnected, and he invited me and the wife over for dinner. I greeted Chris and introduced him to my wife. We made some small talk. My wife was reserved, and I tried to include her more in the conversation. After a while, Chris gave a nervous laugh and asked if everything was okay. He looked awkward, his eyes not quite meeting mine. It's just that there's no one there," Chris said. My wife tells me she's real. I can feel the warmth of her skin against mine. She's my wife. I believe her.